was going to attend UTS. And I happened to attend UTS at the same time that President Naokimi was attending, and also he was offering coaching sessions to everybody who was in the cohort. So through UTS, I was able to get coaching with Naokimi. And I was so inspired by the tools that I was given that I asked him if I could also apply it to my matching. Good morning. My name is Yoshie Manaka Breland. I'm a second-generation unificationist. I live in New Jersey. I work for Family Fed headquarters. I am the social media manager, and I'm recently blessed. I got blessed in April of 2022. Matthew Breland. So I felt very stuck when it came to trying to find somebody to get blessed to. I thought that, at 18 years old, I thought I was ready, and that's when I started looking. As I kind of went on, it became clear that I wasn't ready at 18. But by this point, it had been, 10 years and still nothing. And I started to think, well, that's a lie. Obviously, if I'm not ready now, biological clock, there's something here that's not giving, and it's not what I've been telling myself up until this point. And I need to just figure out how to make things move in this area. And so, yeah, that's why I thought that coaching would be a really interesting tool that was already kind of in my lap. It was given to me, and I thought, maybe this is a great opportunity from God for me to apply something that I'm learning directly to, this problem that I have with a professional, with somebody who knows what they're doing and who cares about me, Yeah, so that's why I asked if I could apply these coaching tools to matching with President Naokimi. One thing that became clear pretty early on was that I was very afraid of rejection, to the point where I could live in this world of not a no, but not a yes for a really long time. Because if you don't ask, you won't get a straight no. And to me, I thought that was better than knowing the no and being rejected. Yeah. In coaching, one of the first things that we do is going through identity statements and figuring out who I am, and the way it was framed to me is what parts of me are the closest to God, are the most godlike in me, and we are talking about, something deep, but it's beyond that. It's my divine is connecting to your divine. That's the moment where I feel my God comes out. And how do you put that into words? We decided that my identity statement was, I am a divine connector. Also, when I started thinking of my life in this way, it helped me kind of start to prioritize this kind of thing in my life. It's not just a fun thing that I'm doing. It's I'm connecting to God, and I'm helping other people connect to God through this divine connection of human interaction. Yeah. The next thing that we did in coaching is to kind of identify what the goal is and imagine how we feel when we have reached that goal, and then put that into a statement too. This is my planner from 2019. It's kind of half planner, half diary. But I actually wrote down, I am a divine connector, and I am so grateful to be preparing for the blessing with my match. If the reality and the words don't match, either reality has to shift or the words have to shift. So human words are very powerful. And so he encouraged me to say this kind of affirmation to myself out loud every day, and to really kind of imagine how I feel, once I have attained this goal. And so, yes, I did that often. figuring out that this is who I am to God, was so helpful in, my matching process, because I realized that what I'm looking for, the person that I'm looking for, matches this part of me, like the part of me that I value the most, the part of me that is closest to God, and not everybody is going to fit that, so it stopped being rejection, stopped being such a personal, like, attack or fear. It just became, like, more clear that that person doesn't see this part of me. So Matthew, when I met, there were a couple of different forces working together at the same time. But in the first phone call that we had, we talked for like 3 hours, and he needed to kind of step off early after 3 hours because he wanted to join the tribe call. And I was just kind of taken aback. I was like, I work for the church. I don't even attend the tribe calls. So he made an impression, and it just kind of felt so easy. Again, with the clarity and with all the work that I had done to try to figure out, like, who is this person that I'm looking for, it was pretty clear to me from day one that he was hitting the points, The opportunity to get these tools and get these coaching sessions with Naokimi kind of fell into my lap, and I knew that they don't, in the real world, coaching sessions are not cheap. And so who am I to say no to, like, free money? And so I carried that with me. I was like, of course I'm not going to say no. And it just ended up being such a gift from God. And I would say to somebody who's in the same position to see it for what it is, like a real gift, and if you're able to take it and really, take these questions, apply it to your life, and really kind of dig deeper than what's on the surface, there's so much that you can unlock there. And it's so precious. If you have been, keeping up with President Naokimi's sermons at Clifton Family Church, the structure of his sermons are almost identical to what I went through in my coaching sessions. And even during the Know Who You Are to God sermon, I was really sitting there like itching. I wanted to take the mic and give my testimony then, actually. So I'm really glad that Resfred approached me about this, because I felt like I had something to share. Like, this is who I found out that I was through coaching, and yeah, so anyway, the content is gold. It has the potential to really change your life and the way you kind of move through life. And I think, again, to me, it really starts with that question of who am I? Who am I really? Who am I to God? It helps for you to prioritize what is happening in your life, because some things speak to that original self and some things don't. And some of those things that don't are necessary for life. But it gives you permission to, like, be that person, be the person that God wants you to be.